Lickball, Chapter 4. Four years ago.
All right, welcome to the 2014 Roundtable Reading Series. Our first author tonight recently won the Payne Foundation Award for his short story, Boxed In. Please welcome Brooklyn native and resident, Gil Harris.
In the lieutenant's torture chamber, he placed a tube down my throat and turned on a water spigot. I gagged and water came out my nostrils. He repeatedly asked me how I managed to escape. I refused to answer. Katsumi was brought in and thrown to the ground. The lieutenant put his sword on the back of Katsumi's neck. More water down my esophagus. The lieutenant asked if Katsumi helped me. I said no. More water. I was drowning. I thought about my mom and dad, my pregnant wife. Tell me the truth or you both will die. I gasped for air and then whispered, Katsumi helped me. My eyes met Katsumi's eyes as the executioner raised his weapon. Katsumi's face tensed. The lieutenant swiftly swung his sword. Blood splattered onto my face as Katsumi's head hit the floor. Our eyes met again. His eyelids briefly twitched. The convulsions stopped and his eyelids drooped, leaving only the whites of his eyes visible. His face relaxed. Katsumi's execution and the role I played in it has haunted me every day since. The end. Grandpa Harris, why are you leaving?
I told you that story in confidence.
I'm honoring you.
You've opened up a wound. I'll think twice before I tell you anything private again.
I would never intentionally do anything.
You are what you say yes to.
Present day.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hayward. Frank didn't make it.
He didn't what?
His heart gave out on him. I'm very sorry.
Brian, Oliver Walker with yesterday's news. Did Frank die from an overdose? Was it on purpose?
No comment. It was an accident that happened over time.
What really happened to your eyebrows?
No comment. It's for a role that I can't talk about right now.
Dad, I can't believe this.
Nothing good happens outside of sleeping hours. How's Eddie?
Oh, he's been quiet and calm recently.
Take him to the doctor. Make an appointment.
Where's Brian?
On his way here, he called from the hospital. He's pretty shaken up. I don't think I can do this another time. He's drinking again.
There are two Brians. There's the Brian we testified for, and there's this Brian.
Our main concern is Eddie and you, so just come home to New Jersey.
Or we'll get on the next flight.
Hold on.
Once promising actor Brian Hayward, best known for equestrian films Charlie's Horse, The Wind Plays Show, and Gelding, is back in the spotlight. But Frank Callahan's death isn't the boost he might be looking for. While children's show Patty the Platypus is standing by Brian Hayward, other productions like Gunmaster 3 have been quick to sever ties.
You tell Brian what happens next. You get Eddie, you pack some things, and you come back to Atlantic City, for Christ's sake.
Jim, settle down.
Sorry, Barb.
Guys, I gotta go.
Hi, Gil.
Hi, Grandmammy.
We're on a television call. Get it? We're having a phone conversation, but we can watch each other.
Right. It's an unscripted television call.
A reality television call. Gil, you have a twin. Your mother gave the other Gil up for adoption because we only had room for one Gil. That is why you have always felt incomplete.
Wow. That is some dramatic icing on my cake. I have a bombshell to drop on you as well. I found my twin. Hi, I'm Gil's twin, Benjamin. We found each other.
Benjamin, you are just like Gil, except you are fatter and you aren't wearing a shirt. Gil always wears a shirt, even when he swims. He doesn't know how to swim.
I miss you, Grandmommy.
How's everything going out west?
I'm okay.
Give me the bullet points. I have to get ready for my aqua fitness class.
Bullet points. I'm finding time to exercise my mind, applying sunblock daily, and I'm continuing to keep private family matters out of my writing. So I'm doing my best to avoid conflict.
Conflict builds character. 2 things that your grandfather would always say: never run away from anything, and you are what you say yes to.
I said yes to running away from home. I'm still disappointing him.
Your grandfather loved you, Gil. He felt shame for what transpired on that day. No one should have to make that kind of choice. It was too much for him to relive the trauma and boxed in.
I know. I won't make the same mistake again. I'm sorry, truly sorry.
You freed him. He was able to find acceptance after you told his story. The tragedy is that he wasn't able to tell you that he forgave you. It's time you forgive yourself. I love you, Gil.
I love you too, Grandmommy.
Oh, that's my alarm for class. Just remember, you can always come home, but you can't live with me. Please put a shirt on.
How long will you wait until you find new representation?
No comment, Oliver. Frank was a big believer in me, and that will be hard to replace. Last thing he said to me was thumbs up emoji.
How long have you and your wife been separated? Is your marriage in trouble?
No comment. Marriage is not about one person, which is hard.
Mom, Oliver Walker from yesterday's news is outside. I'm going to take a nap because the walls are closing in on me.
I'm Heather, your ASMR guide. Close your eyes and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Let it go. Relax. Would you like some pepper? We could all use some pepper. I'm going to subtly pepper in some pepper. Pepper. Peppering in pepper. Oh, God.
I think I love you, Heather.
I can't leave. This is where the work is. I just signed a deal with Gunmaster 3.
Have you not seen the news?
You know I don't watch anything that I'm in.
Gunmaster 3 dropped you.
What? I gotta call Frank. Frank is dead.
I'm sorry, Brian. I know Frank was more than just an agent to you.
Yeah, he saw me the way I see me.
What happened last night?
We were commiserating. I was upset about hearing that you were out with another guy that turned out to be Gil.
Nothing happened.
I know. It makes sense. You work at the busiest pharmacy in the city, and the parking is abundant.
It is, and they are adding a new level to the garage.
Yeah, my point is, I thought I was being replaced. You'd think I'd be used to that by now.
We're drowning here, Brian.
This'll all blow over, and then I'll turn things around. I've done it before.
This isn't just about you. It's about our family. This is foreshadowing.
Huh?
I'm trying to use words that will get through to you. Frank is how this ends.
I'll go back to rehab.
Come with us. We can have the family we planned.
The best wellness centers are here.
Hey, no matter which way you face, East and West doesn't change.
What about your job?
Pharmacy isn't my passion anymore. I want to go back to school.
That's great. You're good at school. What about my career?
Eddie and I are leaving.
This is our home, Carrie.
Last call. I need help raising our son.
Okay. I'll go. I'm tired of pretending.
Really? You mean that?
I do. Will Gil be joining us?
Very funny.
I know. I hosted...
Hosted Saturday Night Live, yeah.
Oh, I told
Got
you.
it.
Okay.
There is full access to the grounds during daylight hours. The lake is to your right. We call it a lake instead of a pond. Pond felt so limiting.
It's all about the wording.
Which is why we call this a remaining alive facility.
That's nice. There's hope when you phrase it like that.
Yeah, it really rolls off the tongue.
I agree. Let's head into the recreational center, which is where all the high-definition TVs are located. We have 11 as of now, but we hope to have more soon. We also offer numerous social and non-social activities.
How many residents live here?
About 300 oscillating strangers that are soon to be friends.
There's hope when you say it like that.
I agree. Why don't you have a seat and watch TV? Here are your meal vouchers. We will do lunch in a bit with one of our longest-standing residents. Feel free to mull about. See you at lunch, and then we will validate your parking.
Comfy.
Roger, are you sure this is the place you're looking for?
Last night was a wake-up call. I need full-time help.
We all do.
I'm sorry that the Carrie thing didn't go your way. She's a catch. Gil.
Yeah, she is.
Yesterday's news will continue to update you on emerging details of the Haywood Horror Show. We now return you to Patty, the platypus.
Hooray!
Turn it on!
It's progressive. I love this show.
Stop jumping on that bed. You've been acting out ever since your father died 3 days ago. It's time to move on. I'm your dad now.
Stepdad.
Your mother and I consummated our union in a court of law.
Did you give him the present?
I would have, but he has been too busy acting like a little...
Muskrat, what did I tell you?
You are the only one I should take my aggression out on. Here.
A wrapped present. What is it?
It's framed adoption papers. I adopted you. Like I said, I'm your dad, which means I can't smack you around anymore and say it's funny even though I really want to.
Oh, Muskrat, should we go release all that aggression right now?
This whole situation feels like it's moving too fast.
Not fast enough.
I'll show them.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Sally Chicken.
It's late.
I hate my father.
It's normal to feel abandoned when you lose a parent.
Not that father. My new father, Muskrat.
Wow, I was not expecting that. It is a compelling development considering your violent history with him.
I'm looking to self-sabotage. Can I come in and make a mistake with you?
Of course. Come in my coop.
I'm going to become exactly what I hate, a father.
That's not how it works, silly. That's an unfertilized egg. I pass one every day.
Well, a usual day consists of getting up before the sun does, taking my medicine, walking down to have breakfast. I sit over there. Then I'll take my morning nap until I wake up, God willing. The rest of the day I stay downhill in the rec room. There is so much TV to watch. Speaking of.
Thank you, Clayton.
Thank you, Clayton. We get our own bed, bathroom, portable radio. Everything else is a common area. And dogs are permitted.
Roger, the amenities here are very enticing, but don't you want to shop around a little more?
I've made my decision. This is the place for me.
What about your apartment?
I'll still hold on to my apartment. You could live there. Just watch out for splinters.
That's a nice offer.
I'm serious. That is a rent-controlled apartment. Most valuable thing in the city. There's a condition.
What?
You have to come pick up Larry and me a couple of times a week and take us out. Deal?
Deal.
There are 6 pharmacy calls.
Hi, Bruce. You're probably wondering why I requested a transfer.
Nope. I just wanted to say thank you. Brian came by earlier and personally delivered the signed DVD that you promised a long time ago.
He did?
It was worth the struggle.
I'm glad you finally got it.
He took complete blame for your inaction. So kind. So selfless.
I'm sorry it took so long.
Even with everything falling apart in his life, he took the time to take a picture with me. He even waited for the photo department to develop it and then signed it.
He has his moments.
There are 21 pharmacy calls.
The phone's been ringing continuously.
It always is.
A lot of reporters are calling for a comment.
Did you make some money, Bruce?
No, I'm not a maniac, but I do feel like you owe me half a favor. I had another picture of Brian and me printed up. I signed it. Would you mind giving it to him? I think it would mean a lot to him to get some support.
Sure thing, Bruce.
And one more thing. I merged Brian's face onto Muskrat's face in Photoshop. Isn't it cute? Will you get him to sign this?
Brian Haywood was indeed the last person to see Frank Callahan alive. A toxicology report has yet to be disclosed. Did Brian's estranged wife supply the pills that led to Frank's untimely death? Up next, we hear reaction from Carrie's boss, Bruce.
Oh, man. I would like to clear the air on this Carrie thing. I had no idea she was your wife.
Gil, how would you have known? We didn't invite you to our wedding, and you aren't on social media. You do need an online presence, though.
What a kerfluffle. Not kerfluffle. That's not the right word. A calamity. Misfortune.
Gil, Carrie is a pharmacist. She meets a lot of men.
You should really put some pictures up of your family.
Yeah, I thought this place was temporary.
I assure you nothing happened besides knowing smiles.
I'm glad she found a friend that is my friend.
Me too. Put some pictures up of people besides yourself, man. You're making the right choice, Brian. Family is the foundation.
I know. Yeah, my focus needs to change.
You won't have to pump your own gas anymore, and you'll be neighbors with New York.
Mm-hmm. I may consider doing Broadway. Not as many viewers, but there's still an audience. And Patty the Platypus will keep me working out here.
We'll have a long-distance friendship.
I'll be working coast to coast.
The fog is lifting.
Hey, Brian. That really sucks about Muskrat being killed off of Patty the Platypus. Autoerotic asphyxia. Tough way to go. I need to return Heather's meditation books. She's been helping me with being under a microscope.
He gets his timing from me.
You still have the story of Gil.
You want me to play Gil?
Of course.
Gil, look, it's hard to get something made. I would understand if you had to go with a less controversial star.
We are a package deal.
So you and Megan talked about me?
Briefly. She'll love that you are jumping back into theater.
Yeah, I would totally get it if you had to make a decision that didn't include me.
Do you not want to be Gil? There are other parts.
There is nothing more I would rather do than be Gil.
Great. And this will lead to more opportunities.
You're right. This city is what I do. I don't know how to do anything else. Atlantic City and my family can wait.
Wait, what?
Thank you, Gil.
So the room has to be as soundproof as possible.
That's what the egg crates are for.
Yeah, exactly. And you need to get a good mic. I have an old one that I'm not using. You can have it if you want.
I can't accept that. We're moving.
Well, it's my going away present.
How did you get involved in ASMR?
I didn't feel whole. I kind of wanted to help people, but in turn I ended up helping myself.
I don't want to move. Different place, same problems.
Focus on being a positive force.
I can't control anything.
Well, that's the thing. We have to give up control.
I just want to be by myself.
It's okay to be by yourself. You are your best friend. Just focus on the internal rather than the external.
And you make money doing these videos?
I do. It's my career and my passion.
Can I kiss you?
No, but thank you for asking permission.
Ba, ba, bee, bye, bo, boo, la, lay, lee, lie, lo, loo, pa, pa, pa.
Today we find resolution.
Today is a new beginning. Brian, I think you should be with your family.
Technology has made it possible to be with your loved ones even though you aren't with them. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's not the same.
I have to make them proud of me. They'll understand. Don't tell Carrie. It's open. You two have met.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Gil.
Let me get Eddie so you guys can say your goodbyes.
We're leaving town.
I heard.
Don't lose you, Gil.
I won't. I hope you find a place that makes you feel native.
What's so funny?
Nothing.
Say bye to Gil, buddy.
Bye, Gil. I know how it feels to be caught in the middle.
Bye, Eddie. Conflict builds character.
Conflict can lead to tragedy.
Bring it in. Group hug. That's good.
I'm gonna go finish packing.
I better get going.
Much success, Gil.
Much success, Carrie.
Hey, Gil. If you can't tell a story in one sentence, it isn't worth telling. Good luck, buddy.
Hi. This is my maiden voyage into guided ASMR. I do this for myself, so I can feel something. My hope is to trigger you, so we can feel something together. I'm Eddie Hayward. Everything's okay, even if it isn't. Everything's okay, even if it isn't. Everything's okay, even if it isn't.
I need to tell you something.
Is this the big reveal?
Pilot season is coming up. I have to be available, which means I need to be here.
Of course you do. Shocking, but predictable.
I'm not staying for me. I'm staying for you guys.
Oh, don't do that.
What?
Relieve yourself of responsibility.
Please don't be mad.
I'm not mad. I'm just sad for Eddie. But I know you'll be happier being unhappy here.
I'm sorry, Carrie.
We love you, Brian, but living your life isn't working for us anymore. We need more.
I'm going to make things right.
I hope you do. Because you have a little big man that wants to be just like you. So act accordingly.
I'm sorry, but Boxed In is not for sale.
Can I ask why?
It isn't my story to tell. It never was.
I respect that. Integrity is hard to come by out here. Tell me more about your Florida story.
The story of Gil. It's a collision of two worlds, a transformation story.
You know I love the fish out of water concept. It's a proven story element, and it is easy to market.
Exactly. All we need is a movie star, and we just send him adrift in exotic Florida.
I'm listening.
And I have the movie star.
I'm all ears.
The story of Gil, starring Brian Hayward.
Oh, you're serious.
I won't make the film without him.
There's that integrity again. Gil, you are a talented writer. I was hoping that we could work together, but Brian is a non-starter. End of story. Keep me in the loop on what you're working on.
Megan, wait, I have another story.
Pitch me.
A once famous actor abandons his family to save his career. The story of Brian.